Hello and welcome to another episode of Glory of Golden State Gaming. I'm your host, SwampSwimmer, and with me, as always, the Al Gore to my Bill Clinton, Vespasian.
Okay, a lot to unpack there. Hey, everybody.
And special guest host this bat rep. May I introduce the Ross Perot to our Al and Bill, Skaven and AZ.
What's up, everybody? Good to be here because it means that I don't have to suffer what Kenyon is about to face.
So that brings me to my next point. This is the video where I admit to the world that I lost our little friendly bet. I ended up with the least amount of points between the three of us. Therefore, in this video, Vespasian and Skaven and AZ get to quote-unquote roast me.
The video the world has been waiting for.
There's no quote-unquote. There will be much abuse heaped upon you for this video, and I hope you are prepared for it and fortified with your liquor of choice.
All I got is water.
Oh, you're gonna need more than that, buddy.
You're gonna be
Oh
parched.
no, wait, I can, hold on. Give me 1 second here. Just for you, I'm gonna crack open one of these guys.
Oh.
Oh,
The beer of
PBR.
beers.
Showing your class, I see.
I'm a hipster at heart. I'll admit it. So, we are into round 4 of SoCal Joust 2021. I'm sitting at 10 plus 10 plus 4, 24 points, which is less than average, not amazing. 2 ties and 1 loss to Henry. And let's see here. Let's bring up the
No,
cards
you had
here.
a 12 against Daryl.
Oh, you're right. I had a 12, a 10, and a 4, so 26.
All right.
Slightly less than average. But let's get to the battle report.
At this point
here.
in the tournament, you still had hope that you wouldn't find yourself here today.
Well, remind me if I'm wrong, Chris. Like, we at this point, we were somewhere close. We thought we were going to play each other maybe round 4, round 5.
Yeah, that's right, because I took from, game 1 I did okay, game 2 I did okay, game 3 I got shellacked. And so we were pretty close in points here. I think I was up by a couple still, but it wasn't much separating the two of us. And, Vespasian was way ahead, so he was in the clear the whole time.
Vespasian was feeling very comfortable. It basically, in round 4, it was down to me and Skaven AZ for sure.
Yeah, definitely. There was no chance that Vespasian was going to take it at this point.
But I get paired into Matt Abernathy, who was a great guy with a beautifully painted army. Beautifully.
I voted for this one for Player's Choice, I think, or whatever.
I did also,
Best
yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, really good. Individual grains of wood painted onto his core archers. Come on, off the charts. It was really good.
Hopefully, I'm trying to get in touch with one individual at the tournament. Took a bunch of high quality photos of the armies. I'm trying to get my hands on those, and hopefully we'll do a video later on showing off some of the cool armies. But I compared it to Matt. If you're interested in my list, please go back to round 1 and check out my breakdown of my list. But Matt, after seeing Matt's list, I felt very, very confident because he is running the big bad Ancient Dragon, High Prince Ancient Dragon, and my poison shooting just loves it. But beyond that, he had the Commander BSB, Master of the Krennic Tower, Master Mage on Cosmology with Talisman of the Void, 31 Spears, War Banner of Rima, 21 Sea Guard, 12 Citizen Archers, 24 Flame Wardens, 5 Knights of Rima, 10 Lion Guard, a Giant Eagle, 5 Grey Watchers. So
Now,
going into this, I felt very confident.
Looking at this, he doesn't have magic that's really terrible for you. It's okay. I mean, the cosmology can, mess up, the skink blender a little bit. But realistically, there's a bunch of T3 models on the board that you can fight, that you outnumber.
What went wrong?
Right. I mean, that's my question. This is elves. This is one of your best possible matchups with
You've
a
got
skink blender.
120 poison shots against an ancient dragon that's worth 1,100 points, and it can't hide behind anything.
The other thing to note is the twist in the secondary here is you choose one character that counts for double points. And of course, I chose the Ancient Dragon. He chose my Quaddle.
So you could have picked up 2,200 points by killing the dragon. So clearly, newsflash, you didn't kill the dragon in this match because otherwise we wouldn't be talking about this.
We will see.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Let's.
And Vespasian, go back for a second. Vespasian, just correct me if I'm wrong. The best save out of anything that's not a character here in the Lion Guard is like a 5-up, other than Knights. So there's no armor on most of these models.
He's got the wardens with the Aegis, but yeah, it could be more heavily armored. Let's say that.
Yeah, I mean it's primed for all this shooting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say.
All right.
How many times does he get a Unity and Divergence off on the Skink Blender? that's the real question.
That is the question.
So choosing my spells, let's see here. The Quaddle took Quicksilver Lash, Word of Iron, Glory of Gold, Corruption of Tin, pretty standard for my list. And the Priest took Summer Growth Healing Waters, Spark of Creation.
But you took Glory of Gold.
Yeah, I wanted that reroll the wound.
Yeah, reroll to wound. Yeah, that makes sense. The Word of Iron, obviously, that's fine. Corruption of Tin is kind of meh because he doesn't have a whole lot that's armored here. But I guess your other option was, what, Silver Spike that you didn't take?
Yeah. I am very much not in love with Silver Spike.
It's more wounds to possibly put on the dragon, though. I mean, that's something, especially when it's a 2,200 point bullseye. That always seems good, but I can understand from the perspective you think you've got poison shooting to deal with it.
It's still like even without the poison shooting, it's a 50% chance of that happening, even when I cast it.
Sure.
That's what bugs me. It's a 1 dice 4+, and I can't trust my dice like that.
So confident he doesn't need Silver Spike.
Right, but what did you? What
is his weakness?
Did you ever cast Corruption of Tin?
Did I? I don't know. I think I took Corruption Tin for the
Rymanites.
For the Rymanites.
Right. So did you ever cast it? That's the question.
I honestly don't remember. But we'll see. We'll find out here. So here is deployment. If I remember correctly, yeah. Okay. So I dropped for first after going back and forth a few. All right. So here's deployment. I forgot what deployment this was, but I know I eventually dropped for first. And he
This was Dawn Assault if I recall correctly.
That's right.
Yeah.
And we went back and forth for a few rounds, but I ended up dropping everything before he dropped his Ancient Dragon on the right there. And then he did. And then I put my scouts here.
Okay.
Obviously, I've got with first turn, I've got 3 poison units going right after his dragon.
Man. No. Okay. So this is after Scout and Vanguard?
Scout and Vanguard, yeah.
Can you walk us through what units are what on his side? Do you remember?
Yes, I can. On the far left, this is the what are they called? The little skirmishing bow guys.
Grey Watchers.
Grey Watchers, Knights of Rima, Sea Guard, Spears, Lion Guard, regular archers, Flame Wardens, Dragon.
Okay, got it.
On my side, I've got the Hunters up, that Vanguarded up, Bow Skinks, the Skink Blunder, 1 Thyro, regular Bow Skinks, my Temple Guard, another Thyro, and this is just the Javelin Skinks with Hunters, and then the 2 gray bases are the Chameleons.
I cannot see the pictures again. There we go. Now it popped up. There we go. Okay.
Okay.
So, tell me how bad this deployment is.
Well, you dropped for first, so you knew you were going first, and he hadn't dropped everything, I guess. So,
Yeah.
you have things sort of spread out quite a bit. I mean, I don't know. I don't think that anything jumps out at me as being really terrible. Obviously, I think Matt's choice to put the Ancient Dragon out where you could scout and Vanguard up to shoot at turn 1 is questionable.
Right.
But other than that, no, I don't see anything.
My question is, the Quaddle is all the way on the left, is it not?
That's
And
right
those-
here in the temple guard here.
Yeah, and all those skink units are all the way up there on the right. Are they in leadership range? Oh no, it's in the middle, isn't it? That's
They aren't, and I'm aware of that, but I was going for gold. Because basically, if I kill that dragon turn 1, I think the game's pretty much mine. So I was just going to go for broke and throw all 3 units. Let maybe this hunter unit die in front of the Flame Wardens, but all 3 units are going after that dragon. That's 90 poison shots.
So 90 poison shots at a dragon. So you've got 90 poison shots. You should get 13 poison hits out of that on 6s, roughly. And then you probably don't get any other hits because of range and movement.
I get +1 to hit, so I'm hitting on 5s.
Hitting on 5. So 26 possible hits. Out of the 26 possible hits,
13 are auto wounds, and then
13
the wound on
auto
6.
wounds.
Yeah.
The other 13 you're going to get 2. So 15 wounds. He gets a 3-up save, right, Vespasian?
Yep.
And he's got how many wounds on the model? 8?
Yeah.
8.
So you went for broke with the math not working out that going for broke was going to work.
My thought process was that's why I put the Quaddle where he or ended up being right. I don't know if I did that intentionally, but round 1 I was basically going to cast 2 spells, either Quicksilver Lash on him or Corruption of 10.
Ah, here's the Corruption of 10.
Here's the Corruption of 10.
Into the MR2. Okay, fair enough. It's a bold strategy. Let's see if it works out for him, Cotton.
All right, let's get it. This is my movement, turn 1, just lining up the skinks on the right here.
One quick one. Could you have put all 4 units up there?
Well,
it
this
looks like enough room, or no?
This unit was I dropped before I dropped everything, so I spaced the 2 out across the middle of the board.
Okay.
I do not have video to be able to comment at this point. I keep losing video when it changes from Aaron.
Oh.
If I'm in grid view right now, I see Aaron. I see gray for Kenyon. But you can still see fine, Aaron?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, now I can see it. Now that I'm back in there, I want to. All right.
If you can, just pin my video so you can just view that.
That's what I was trying to do.
Yeah, dude, you can just click on him, right? Can't you?
Mm-mm. I'm in the web app, not the not in the other one. So, all right, let's keep going. I'll just keep it like this.
So round 1 movement, skinks go up, push kind of lightly up in the center, and I pull back with the skink hunters on the left here.
Okay. You push the Quaddle up.
So this is where I'm feeling good. Round 1 magic, I do Corruption of 10, he stops it, then I do Quicksilver Lash, and I get 3 wounds into the dragon.
Whoa.
Okay. 5 left.
With the dice on your side, Kenyon, what happened in this game? It's
Right.
looking so promising. All right.
Right.
Five
Math says
left. Math says
my-
you use 7.
yeah. Math says you kill him turn 1. Let's see it.
And then in the shooting phase, I do all but the last wound.
I mean, averages are averages, right? Come out a little under. Jeez.
Mm-hmm. And so
Here
now,
comes the tests.
since you didn't kill it, here comes the terror test. You lose
Yeah, it's
2 or 3 units of poison shooting. If only you had a silver spike to throw at this thing to peel the last wound off it.
If only, if only.
It all comes back to that magic selection choice. This is what it boils down to. Okay, tough break.
So this is his charge phase. He puts the Flame Wardens into the Hunters on the left, and he puts the Dragon into the Chameleons on the right.
Make them flee off the board. Check. Makes sense.
I don't remember. Yeah, no, he actually charged. I passed my terror check.
Okay.
I remember. I think I also stand and shoot, if I remember correctly. No, I'm too close to stand and shoot.
You are way too close, which is another mistake because you could have shot him from where you were without getting too close for stand and shoot. In case you didn't kill him, right?
Yeah.
He's right. Absolutely. Yeah. That was a mistake for sure.
Yeah.
And then once he cleans up your 900 points of chameleons over there, he's going to be in your flank, and you've got no counters.
He's got plenty of skinks down there, right?
You bet big. Bet big on that turn 1 move.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me a chameleon doesn't take that last wound off that dragon in combat. Okay, let's see what happens. So pretty aggressive over there on the right, not much in the middle.
His magic phase, he gets altered sight off on the Sea Guard. It's the only thing he gets. Shooting, he takes off this many skinks in the Hunters here.
From 120 poison shots down to like what?
116?
116. No. Once he gets rid of those 2 units, he's down to like none.
Yeah. And that's assuming the other unit doesn't panic and run away when the other 2 die.
Yeah.
This is post combat. Both. I think that the chameleons that were fighting the dragon outran the dragon, and then on these ones he chose to not pursue.
Curious on his part because he should, if he pursues with, I guess he's more in the middle and threatening the Quaddle, but okay, makes sense. Behind the hill to protect himself. Okay, I could see it.
So on my turn, these guys rally. These guys do not continue to run in front of the skinks here. At this point, I know I need just one more tick of a wound off on the dragon, so I put the Thyroscutus up here to throw 4 javelins at him.
Man, desperate.
I push up in the center with everything else.
Can you lash through the Thyro into the dragon?
No, the Thyro is not a.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the poison one, isn't it?
No, it's the channel one, but it doesn't. It lost that symbiosis thing like a
yeah.
back.
You can't cast Quaddle spells through it. That'd be awesome if you could.
So then you instead of letting the Quaddle face the dragon and try and throw a lash or spark creation or something like that at it, you turn the Quaddle away from the dragon, letting him have full range on the right side. You gave up your entire right flank of the board on turn 2.
What I was thinking. Let me just say what I was thinking.
Statement?
Was if they go in there, I still have these guys with the javelins. That if he pushes on the right, I can step up and poison him off. That's what I was thinking. But fair enough. But in the magic phase, I get corruption and 10 off on this.
96 poison shots didn't do it. Let's take another 10 and see if they can.
Yeah.
Right, you got corruption off. Not useful now since you don't have any poison shooting there to shoot him with, but okay.
I get Glory of Gold in case he decides to charge me, because I want that extra AP on the Skink Blender.
You think the lions are going to charge the Skink Blender?
I think that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
I don't remember, to be honest.
Hey.
Alright.
Yeah.
Here it is. The 4 javelins shoot at the dragon. Wait, hold on. Did it kill him? I don't remember.
Well, it's got an 8 behind it, so it looks like it did.
Yeah.
I think I killed him right here. I think I did. And then it's his turn. He charges the hunters.
It looks like the dragon's still there.
Yes, it does.
I don't remember. In this, he goes triple charge into the blender.
Oh. Okay.
So he puts the Grey Watchers into the blender?
I think because they were a
That's right.
flank. They were a flank.
Yeah, okay. And he clears the
Oh,
way
okay.
for the knights to get in. That makes sense.
Yeah, and they have. I think they do have the paired weapons. I think so.
Yeah.
They're gonna make you -1 to hit. Okay.
Yeah,
And
they
do
can.
some damage.
They can. I mean, they can kill T2 skinks. I guess
It will also counteract my parry with the regular skink guys.
And you have flaming attacks now, and a unit of Rymanites are going into you. Kenyon, what were you thinking?
Huh?
That Glory of Gold spell. Come on.
But the only ones who make it in are the Rymanites.
Okay.
Which he helpfully put healing waters on since you've got flaming attacks. That's
Kenyon.
Yeah,
Are you trying actively
not
trying?
him. That's not him. That's the other guy, right? That's Matt. Matt
Yeah.
put healing
Yeah.
waters on.
Yeah.
Trying to cheat him, Kenyon? Not only does it not work on Rymanites, it also doesn't work against the flaming. Kenyon, are you lying to your opponent through this whole game? You're like, yeah, put healing waters. It don't work.
Honestly can't remember. I think
Taking
I
advantage.
might have just completely missed that, but
You happily let it go is clearly the thing that happened here. So
Trying to build a community, a hobby. You want this guy to feel bad about his game? Come on. Wow, that's disappointing. All right.
yeah,
awaken the beast on the spears.
What do they go into? Great picture taking. Everybody always makes fun of me for picture taking, but okay. So they just stood there. All right. To be fair, you take like 10 times as many pictures as I do, so people in class houses. All right, so he
let's
cleans
see
up the rest of your poison shooting on the right, the flame wardens, and then
Yeah.
You've got-
And then in combat here, I think I kill one and I stick.
yeah. What happened to the? Did you kill off the Grey Watchers?
They didn't make it.
They didn't make it. Okay.
he must have killed most of the characters, right? Assuming that's
Yeah,
what he.
a lot of those guys that are dead are characters.
Yeah.
I
okay.
don't take the actual character models out because I'm too lazy, but
Yeah, it's too much spiky stuff. That's fair.
Yeah.
so this is where we are, and the dragon is dead at this point. Yeah, he
okay.
is. He is dead. I killed that dragon, so I'm up like 2,000 points.
Yeah.
So this is bottom of 2 now,
Yes,
or top of 3?
bottom
I
of
think
2.
his charge with the Rhymus is bottom of 2.
Oh yeah, so
bottom
this
of
is
two. So-
this is top of 3 now.
So,
So
top,
top
of
of-
3, you have a 2,000 point lead. You've killed his general. You've cleared up the right flank that doesn't matter anymore. What did you do, Kenyon?
I mean, he
to-
did trade all of his poison shooting for that advantage, so
Yeah.
most of it.
To stop the spears, I throw the Thyro in front of them. I turn the Temple Guard to face the Flame Wardens.
You like that
That's a-
fight?
No, I don't like that fight, but that's the position they're in.
Okay.
This is a bad picture, but I get Corruption of 10 off on the Knights.
Okay. At least you're casting the spell. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
Go
we go.
back 2 pictures though, because I want to see. I want to go back to the. Yeah. So my question is, if you don't like the fight of the Flame Wardens, why didn't you park the Thyro in front of the Flame Wardens?
You know, that would have been the right move.
I mean, you chaffed the unit you weren't afraid of.
And you have another Thyro.
Right.
And you have a little skink unit there on the hill. What were you?
I think that rallied, but
Okay. Fair enough.
I was thinking I could, with my defensive spells, outlast him.
And that's why you prioritize Corruption of Tim on the 4 Rymanites in your casting.
Yes.
Okay.
On top of that, you give the Flame Wardens a wonderful charge into the flank of the Blender unit when they just kill the Thyro and overrun.
The
Oh,
Thyro
man,
will stick.
I
The Thyro will stick. Because it's on the
I mean,
general's leadership.
you clearly defensively buffed it and all. So I mean,
All right.
All right. You kill some Rymanites. Good job.
Oh yeah, so I killed 2 Rhymanites, but they stick. In his turn, he charges he charges the spears into the Thyro, and then he double charges the Flame Wardens and the Lion Guard into the Temple Guard. All of them are in my front, though.
Okay.
He makes it in with the Flame Wardens. And I kill the what are they called again? The skirmishing bow guys?
Grey Watchers.
Grey Watchers. I killed the Grey Watchers.
All right. It's a good thing you have all those defensive buffs up on your Temple Guard.
Right. Well, that fight you're confident you can grind out with defensive buffs.
So at this point, also, I think we realize we're only gonna get through 4 turns.
You're slow.
Wait. You're 2,000 points up on the top of turn 3. You only get through 4 turns, and wait a second.
Well, he loses the Temple Guard brick in the Waddle here right now.
That's what I have to assume.
Snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. Okay.
All right, let's see, Kenyon. What'd you do?
He gets Perception of Strength.
That's a good spell. That seems good.
And that unit also has a Rending Banner. Rending Banner.
Right. So you're now got a 6-up save?
Yeah.
3 up goes to a 6-up, yeah.
Seems bad.
He only kills 8. Only kills 8.
Only.
How many did I kill? I killed 6.
5? 6? Okay. That's not bad.
So at this point, I knew this was trouble, but I'm like, after that round of combat, I'm like, I feel okay. I
think you lucked out there. I think the math is he's 2s by 3s, and you've got a 6-up with like 16 attacks, right? No, with 19 attacks. I think he should have killed like 12, but okay.
The spears with the Master of the Krennic Tower BSB, who is I think this model right here, only do 1 wound to the Thyro, and he sticks.
Okay. Good thing you checked him.
Your dice are getting you bailed out here, Kenyon.
Right.
Now I really don't.
I really want to know what happened.
What happened? Yeah.
The Skink Blender kills the Knights.
Sure.
Yeah, and then into my turn, this is top of 4 then.
How many magic phases did you prioritize for that combat? 2? To kill 5 Rymanites?
Yeah,
impressive.
But they're Knights, we're Rymanites. They need to die.
You had to get rid of them, yeah. Okay.
In my magic phase, I only get off Word of Iron on these guys. I tried to get off, because I have double Healing Waters, but I only get off Word of Iron.
Oof. Okay, there's a defensive bow.
Yeah.
And then in combat, this happens.
That looks more like the numbers that should have died. And you killed
0.
nobody?
0.
The butt whooping. Okay.
So I've only got half of a turn left for them to survive.
Oh, okay. Still sticking around.
You
didn't your Thyro have a charge last turn to support?
He was in their front arc, so I couldn't flank. And then with adjusting with reforming, I couldn't go into him.
Okay.
All right, fair.
So the Sea Guard go for a long charge into my Skink Blender. The Lion Guard go a long charge into the Temple Guard. I think, yeah. Yeah. He gets Awaken the Beast because he has the double +1 strength spells.
Yeah.
Another good spell. Good.
What were you were dispelling one of them and he was just shoving the other one through? Is that what happened?
Exactly, yeah. He was doing full dice on both those spells.
I mean, I guess it's the most important thing. He failed again with the Lion Guard? Man, that's the
Yeah.
poor guy can't catch a break with that Lion Guard.
He failed with both those charges.
He failed with both of them.
You did. You got off a little easy on that Sea Guard one too. I think that would have been tough because at this point you've lost most of your characters in the blender, probably, right?
Yes.
The rhyme. Yeah. Okay.
Well, and that's the end of the game. And guess what happens in this combat? He kills exactly 5 Temple Guard. I break, he runs me down.
And that's how you blow a 2,000 point advantage. By losing your Temple Guard and Quaddle General. And he picked out the Quaddle, so he got to double his points too, right?
And basically, the Quaddle with however many points it is, plus being my General and my BSB, equals out to about 2,000 victory points also.
So the one model you had to protect, the one unit you had to protect, the one unit you knew you didn't want to get into that unit, and you chaffed something else. And you made sure you killed 5 Ryman Knights on the left side of the board that were never going to get to anything important.
He saved that Thyro down there in the bottom right to do some pretty important work, it looks like.
Right. I mean, he's got all those 2- and 3-man skink units, surrounding it, so nothing can come towards it from that right flank that's empty.
Doing some shell polishing back there.
Right. I mean, the javelin skinks are there. Is that what those are that are in front of them? They're up helpfully shooting at,
Into
non-armored archers up at the top. Did you think they were vermin swarm? They could shoot into combat now?
Oh.
So, let's go to the results. Ends up a 10-10. I was up over 2,000 victory points, and I got a 10-10.
Yeah. That lost
It was a painful game,
didn't it? Right, because then you had he pushes you on scenario. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that right, or did I?
Yeah. No, he's got it. Maybe. I don't know. Who got the objective, Ken?
I think we pushed on it. Oh yeah, because he's got the one on the left, and I've got the one on the right with the skinks with javelins.
Yeah. So
wait a second.
Using the Temple Guard lost you the objective too. So it's a.
If he's got the one on the left, is it because the lions are close enough?
No, that unit doesn't score.
No, the Sea Guard have it.
Blender's out of 6 inches.
Right. So why is the blender out of 6 inches?
Or is it? I think you guys pushed it because the Flame Wardens and the Jav Skinks on the right push it, and the Skink Blender and the Sea Guard push it.
That's
you're
my
right.
thought is.
You're right. These push here and these push here. Yeah, you're right. So it's a big push.
So losing the Temple Guard lost you the objective too. So the objective double points on the Slan, General, BSB, and the Temple Guard.
Yeah, I think I calculated out. I think when I lost that unit, it went from a 20 or like maybe a 19-1 to a 10-10.
Yeah, it's like an 8 to 10 point swing. That's big. Now everybody knows why we picked this game.
And if this had gone to a turn 5, he's got the Flame Wardens there to clean up the back corner where the Javelin Skinks and the Spear Thyroscutus are. And yeah, I mean,
and then win the objective.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing this didn't go more than 4 turns, because you'd have gotten your ass kicked even worse.
That might be true.
And why aren't the bow skinks up doing something? Why are they hiding in the back, all the way in the back, doing nothing?
They're shooting their bows. They're shooting with their bows.
They're shooting with their bows.
What are they shooting?
Yeah, right. What are they shooting?
They're not scoring the objective, for example.
Yeah.
Brutal.
I mean, if only one of those units had been on the right and one had been on the left, you would have gotten a 13-7 out of it, which would have been not too bad. And it would have probably saved you from your next opponent.
Yep. I have no excuse. I have no excuse.
So, if we go back, major flaws, not chaffing the Flame Wardens,
Yeah.
sacrificing most of your poison shooting to a dragon that you didn't kill with that poison shooting, not moving up models to secure the objective,
And spell prioritization.
and spell prioritization.
Critical couple of phases.
Right. I'm scared of this unit, so I will buff this unit so the scary unit doesn't charge it. No, that didn't happen. We're going to kill Ryman Knights because they're important.
Because a defensive buff in that first round would have made the difference, because you said he just killed the Temple Guard, right?
Yeah, I think he killed exactly, or maybe one more wound than he needed to.
Yeah. Or maybe he doesn't even charge at all if you had the defensive buff up.
Right.
Yeah.
You've got, Word of Iron up there, and they've got a 1-up, even with reroll, even with a Rending Banner and that, it's still a 4-up save, and he's punching back decently hard.
Yeah.
And then ostensibly you would have the Thyroscutus moved up the next turn to be able to charge in the flank of that combat, which, that's something you have to deal with. The flank, big flank charge. That's all stuff over there that would have helped if you'd moved him up. So realistically, you let the thing that you didn't want to have happen, and then you didn't do anything to fix it once it did happen. So Kenyon's like, yeah, 20! And then you snatched a 10 from the jaws of victory.
I might have became a little cocky at that point. And I screwed myself out of a 20, probably.
Ouch.
Well, I certainly appreciate you making these huge mistakes.
So after this game, I think we were 1 point apart going into game 4.
Because
and
we
then
thought we were going to play in game 5.
And round 5, we were, I think, the same amount of points.
Yes. And we avoided playing each other.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that in my game 5, I do have pictures of your game 5 happening in my battle report to update people on how your game is going. Which
Wait, you guys were neck and neck going into round 5, playing for the roast.
We were playing for the roast.
That.
Yeah, and
we're sitting on tables right next to each other too.
Right, he was right across the aisle from me. I've got my buddy from my local group who I'm playing. And who did you end up playing in round 5?
Infernal Dwarf player.
Tim
I don't remember his
Simpson,
name.
Oh, you got the guy with the two bricks of Torrent.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's got
the other guy. There were two armies.
Yeah, one was from the Bay Area. The guy I played, I don't remember what he was from, but I think he was LA. But
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
They're not too good for poison shooting. They got like armor saves and stuff.
So you realize, Kenyon, that this game is what put you here. You
Right.
had it. You would have beaten Chris.
Mhm.
You let it slip away.
I mean, if you got a 20, you could have pushed Aaron.
True.
I mean,
Epic fail. Epic fail.
Very close.
so Aaron, here's my question.
Yeah.
We haven't talked a whole lot about his list,
Yeah.
but I'd like to go into talking about his list a bit more because he uses this thing like a crutch. It's always the same thing. It's always the blender. It's always the bottle. It's always the temple guard. It's always the virus. This is the same list you've been playing. You played this list at Tide to War 2019, pre-pandemic.
Something close, yeah.
I mean, maybe for him to get the help he needs to become a better player, he needs to graduate from the crutch that is the Skink Blender. Because I think that you think that these units can do more than they actually can, and while sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and it costs you large points.
That might be true, but I'll say right now, after this tournament, I am turning back to my beast shirts.
You gonna get him painted by the end of September?
we'll see about that, but
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, what's in September is what, zoo, right?
Yeah, October, first weekend of October. Yeah.
It's beginning of October. So you got beasts at zoo,
yep,
and then you're coming to tides, right?
yes.
He's gonna do.
Okay.
I guarantee you, it's gonna be. I mean, look at this poison cloud list. It's his beast list is gonna be like something gimmicky where like nothing deploys turn 1, and it's like 90 ambushing units, or something like that. Or he's gonna have like 3 cyclopses. It's gonna you know it's gonna be something.
It's
funny.
gonna be gank, which is exactly the problem. Gank.
He likes the synergies. He loves just taking a synergy and like dialing it up to 11. Even at 11, it may not be good enough, but he still does it.
All right,
Loves synergy.
we're at 40 minutes for this video, so
I'm not going anywhere. I mean, I got plenty of time.
He blocked his calendar.
Yeah, I mean, my wife's already in bed, kids are in bed. I got plenty more time. I think maybe we should design a list for him that he has to play for zoo. Reasonable uses.
I've been trying for years to get him to take like a better in a raptor, for example. Just like
Cowboys, those are good.
Something like a little bit more mainstream, but no, he won't do it. I even tried to get him to take the alpha, which I thought, I mean, come on, but no, won't do it.
Can you
Doesn't take
play
minutes.
Ninth Age is about growth.
It's like he picks an army and then says, "What's the best part of that army? I don't want to use.
I'm not gonna take it.
That's It's I don't want to like make it easy for myself.
I mean, the first time we played, you had those 2 bricks of 8 Proxigor,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Caymans.
He loves his Cayman spam. That's another one.
Maybe if we blended these 2 together somehow, this would work a bit better. No, never mind. We're done.
Yeah, we're barking up the wrong tree. It's like I'm not changing.
I think you'll be. I think
till
you'll
you
be
see my
pleasantly.
skills.
I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with my beast herds list I'm trying out now. I'm running the Minotaur Warlord
There you
standard build.
go. Perfect.
Okay. Is there a unit of Minotaurs for him to go in?
Yes,
Nice.
6 Minotaurs with a Minotaur Chief BSB, and then my core is what's not unique. Beast herds is 2 units of 40 wild horns with paired weapons.
In the banner of the wild herd.
Yeah.
Okay. Magic? Do you have magic in this army?
Yeah, 2 heavy totems and 2 adepts on shamanism and evocation.
Oh, this concept. Except
Wait,
with
where's Druid? Where's Druidism?
Druidism's no fun. Beast herd's about killing. Not
That
defense,
whole
it's all
don't have
offense.
an armor save thing is kind of a problem.
Yeah, but when you have 40 bodies, it's fun.
Your Skink Blender does not think
It's
so.
the same. It's the same idea as your barbarians with great weapon units.
Notice they were on the shelf with this tournament for good reason.
I think we got to get the bet in now. Are we doing another roast for the zoo? We're all 3 going, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, all 3 of us are at the zoo. Are we gonna throw down some bets right now?
Absolutely. What do you want to bet?
I think this should be a running wager. The loser gets roasted.
I better win this time.
I'm down for that. I think that we need to do loser gets roasted, and in keeping with Kenyon and I's tradition that there's a shirt involved. Maybe they have to wear the shirt on the roast or something like that. I think there needs to be something a little bit more than this, because I mean, my view on this is that we're going to keep doing this, and we're going to keep roasting the same army for Kenyon every time we do a roast.
It'll be beasters next time. Don't worry, it'll be beasters. Even if I don't pay my army, I have 2 friends who have a beasters army, so I can field an army with borrowed models.
So this is so we'll get to roast a beasters list, is what you're telling us.
Right.
Oh gosh. I'm having mixed success with the new Beasters list, but those will be the battle reports after these ones for the SoCal Joust.
What was the score against Thurvac? How did you do?
Do I?
You're
That's for the next battle report in the future. Don't worry.
fair enough. That's fair.
So you're gonna take Beast Herds, basically, and you're gonna take Highborn because that's what you take.
Maybe. Ben's bringing my new demons down. I have been considering it. Yeah, I would, but potentially we'll see. I got to think about it. I haven't gotten a lot of reps in with them, but.
And I'm pretty much committing to taking Vermin Swarm.
You're gonna travel with the 500 models, huh? Woof.
I mean,
are you?
No, I'm
quick thoughts on Alpha 3?
Quick thoughts on Alpha 3?
Just thumbs up, thumbs down.
I will say there are parts I like and there are parts I don't like, and the parts that I don't like impact the parts I do. And what I mean by that is the fact that I like a lot of the book, but there's at some point I run out of what I feel are viable options to take. You know, which is why when you look at the ETC list for Vermin Swarm, every one of them had 3 arena beasts because nobody else had anything they could figure out that was worth a damn to take. And that's a problem.
Yeah.
So the book needs to be clearly still adjusted, not bashing on the army design team, which I declined to participate in. But I think that there's still more work to be done, which probably could have been done again before the book was released. But that's neither here nor there at this point.
It is interesting to see some of the things that people thought would be kind of OP, you know, not being taken quite as frequently as people thought. So it's interesting. I mean, I think you're right. It still needs some more work. I was glad to see some of the shifts that were made. I think
Sure.
you know there were some kind of no-brainer ones like the Scorch It Alchemist mechanic changing, and the double +2 to cast items. It was
Yeah.
like, oh, that's great. Anyways, yeah, I think there was some good changes made there.
I just think that the book needs a master still. The adepts are nice, but you're pigeonholing people into taking. They must take 3 adepts effectively to be able to have an effective magic test.
Yeah.
And while you can run 2 adepts with some armies and make that work, Vermin Swarm is not one of them.
Yeah,
So we'll see.
it does. There has been. I think that you know there's under the old. I think this is going to be a problem for all labs, which is that under the old GW, you know, setup, they kind of over time the army crept into doing everything. Every army did everything in some degree, and so when they bring the labs, which you know bring more focus and less you know everything and more this thing, people feel like they're being slotted into you know one build, like you wrote my army list for me with the army book kind of a thing. And that's tough because I think in a way it's like, yes, it was, then the army book was successful with what I was trying to achieve, which was to you know arrive at something a bit more you know themed and focused, but on the flip side it does restrain and kind of reduce creativity, and I could see how that would piss people off, you know, and make it frustrating. I mean, there's nothing worse than like trying to bang your head against an army list and coming up with one that you're like, oh yeah, this is what I started with basically, just with a couple of tweaks. So
Right. I agree.
get that. Yeah.
All right. Kingdom's sick of getting roasted, I think, so we probably got in.
Yeah. He's been trying to end this video for 25 minutes, but
Is that the first Pabst Blue Ribbon that you cracked open, or is that a second?
This is the first. I need another one though.
Yeah, that's what I figured you'd say.
on the numero dos.
But so we got for Infernal Zoo.
Thanks for being a good
definitely-
sport, Kenyon. Thanks for
Yes, definitely. Thanks for being a good sport.
Hey, it was a fun list. I was trying something crazy. It was
It did what
even
it
though
was
I lost a huge lead here, I still ended up with a 10-10. It wasn't like a 0. So
I mean, it invalidated that, 1,000-point model basically, like before you even put the list down, right? I mean, he would have had to keep that thing behind his bunker, essentially behind his lines.
Yeah, we
Oh,
talked about
well,
it afterwards about how he should have hit it, but he didn't.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason if you drop for first. There's no reason why he'd put that dragon over there and let you shoot it. So he's definitely not without blame. But anyways, we're not roasting him. We're roasting him.
Yeah, sure.
Well, thanks for watching, everyone. Please like and subscribe, and everyone have a good evening.
Thanks, everybody.
Peace, everybody.